Hi everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Baten Kaitos. Is it the same story we've already heard, do we think?
Long, long ago, when the world was, there lived huge creatures. People were awed by them and called the Lord of the Trees, of the Water, of the Cloud, the wise and...
We know all that. As soon as everyone's ready, we'll follow you up. You go on ahead for now. We need to go and loot Algareb village. I heard that everyone's planning to take refuge in the Land of the Sky. I'm going to pack as soon as I possibly can. Sorry we left you in a position where you had to take the brunt of the battle. We'll run for now as you wish, but we're always ready to help you. Greetings, people of the sky. How does it feel to live up above? Is it nice up there? Oh, here's something for you. It's sort of a welcoming present. I don't think you can use it for anything though. You've obtained a Magnus Bootis. You can use it for something. I doubt that. But at least it's beautiful, isn't it? It's only good for prettying up your pockets, I suppose. Yes? Do you need something from me? I don't need anything from you. Oh, not bloody bracelet. Woman. I'm staying here. This is where my ancestors were buried. Of course, I want to stay alive, but I'm a child of the earth. My pride is more important than my life. Ooh, Igo's developed nicely. Well, Perseo's probably still developing. We'll be back in a second for that. Unless you have more stuff in. I should probably go to the church, actually. Why don't I go to the church? Gemini. Ooh! At last! The 12 constellations of the Zodiac have been restored. I'd completely given up hope that a complete restoration could actually be achieved. I owe all of this to you. I can't thank you enough. Please, take this. A small token of my gratitude. You've obtained a Magnus Pendulum Blast. Let us continue the restoration. Constellation restored. Booties. That's all we can restore for now. Thank you. Please take this as a small token of my gratitude. Short Clake Large. Magnus Secret Recipe 8. That was worth 3 level ups, that boss. Well, 2 bosses, I guess. Force field has been broken. Oh my, oh my. Are we going to die? Am I going to die? Oh, hey, I'll give you this. Even though it's just a Magnus, it still slows me down when I run. You obtained a Magnus, Sun Anklet. That looks bloody good. Oh, I've got rubbish equipment equipped, actually. I think that's probably a bit better. We've got quite a lot of good stuff here now. Mind you, Goldfish Bowl has such good resistances on it. I'm going to stick with Goldfish Bowl. Whoa, that's bloody amazing. Character is engulfed in flames while equipped. Well, that's probably a bad thing. But equally, the statuses don't really do that much to you, to be honest. I'll take the level up. I'll take the stat ups, I think. Pretty close, those two. Let's take the balanced one. Girlish Birdie is much better. Something awful seems to be happening. I'll have to hear Mizuti's adventure stories later. Great Mizuti will rid of the bad guys quickly, and I'll tell you stories! We're leaving the world in your hands. Please be careful. And please, take good care of Mizuti. We're also going up above. The first thing we have to do up there is tend to the injured. Mizuti, you and your friends go ahead and do what you have to do. Mizuti, you're the hope and the pride of our people. Good luck to you, and be careful. We have to get ready to go up. Hey Mizuti, how's the weather up there in the sky? Do you think I'll be okay wearing this? Ooh, I accidentally got something then. I never thought we would be going up under these circumstances. Well, that's okay. I'm a little foolish to think like this, but I'm really looking forward to going up. I wonder what it's like up there. An appetizing smell wafts you away from the pot. Many of the ingredients inside it are unfamiliar to you. Looks like we can trap a boiled egg. I don't think we need a boiled egg, but I'll take it. I'm always ready for times like this. Emergency face guard. This slit right here enhances the fit. It's a very comfortable mask. You know, in an emergency situation, people usually run around panicking, right? This mask is designed not to fall off in that sort of chaos. Huh? You don't care? After all, Crumley got what he wanted. But why do we have to rush? I know there's nothing else we can do, but it's just not right. Let's loot that last chest then. Oh, the flames are gone, that's convenient. It's no use, there's nothing we can do. You've obtained a Magnus Inferno Cannon. It's pretty well developed. We'll sell it now. Oh, he's alive, he's alive! This is terrible. You've seen how it is outside, haven't you? I too must leave for the lands in the sky. I cannot bear this life any longer. Squeak. Squeak, squeak. You see partially prepared food lying neglected. I was sick of this life, that much I'll admit, but I didn't think it would turn out this way. I was hoping to go to the lands in the sky, but not like this. Squeak, 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 squeak. Oh, the white dragon's found its way here, that's neat. There are any chests, I can't see them. It's kind of like Mount Rushmore, doesn't it? But more faces. I don't know if they're gargoyles to scare things away, or if it's a monument to the wizards of the past. We're being taken to a Nue, against our will. Callus. King Ladakan, Don't. You don't need to say anything. You're back with us now, and that's all we care about. Let's destroy Malpersio and end this war. Callus, you managed to cast aside the powers of darkness that you had received from Malpersio. Since you were able to do that, perhaps there is still hope for Melodia. Please, please save my Melodia. Duke Calbran, I will. I'll bring her back out from the darkness. I promise you that. Callus, thank you. I know you can do it. Codell told me what happened. Welcome back, Callus. Thanks. But I owe my return to Shella and the others. And the player as well, of course. I don't think I could have survived without them. That may be true. You may have been eternally trapped in darkness. But thankfully you're back with us now. With our combined efforts, it may be possible to destroy the wicked god. Let us join forces and face this crisis head on.
Duke Calbran! Are you alright?
I'm fine now. I certainly don't want to stay in bed while others are out fighting the good fight.
How did it go?
Well...
I see. So, even the ancient wizard's descendants are unable to stop the evil god.
What should we do then? Sooner or later, the enemy will wear down our defenses unless we take some sort of action.
For now, they only seem to be launching small and sporadic attacks on our towns and villages.
It's as if they're toying with us, whittling down our strength.
I say we should give them all we got. Full throttle.
Tank rush, best strategy.
Invade Core Hydric Castle and wipe out Mount Pershio while we still have enough manpower.
It would be foolish to throw away your life like that.
But I doubt we could invade the castle with our current capabilities. Maybe you're right, but still.
So you're saying that even though it's a shot in the dark, it's all we've got going for us?
That's what I'm saying. If we give it a shot, it just might work.
You'll never make it into Core Hydra Castle.
Cadell!
Your Majesty, it's been a while. So glad you're in good spirits.
It's good to see you again, Queen Shella. Why don't you think we can make it into Core Hydra?
They have raised a powerful shield around it. There's no way we could penetrate their defenses.
A shield? Well,
Trying to force your way in is useless. We can't afford to sacrifice lives in that manner.
Uh-huh. A simple-minded, happy-go-lucky guy who uses brute force to solve everything is a major turn-off to girls.
That's enough.
You didn't have a chance. I'm telling you now, Catrian. That is... If you want to talk about turn-offs, I've got a few comments about you as well.
As you wish.
This meeting is adjourned. In time, with the children of the Earth helping us, we should be able to come up with a viable plan.
Yes, indeed. You all must be very tired.
Take a well-deserved rest.
Oh, and Callus. We went to Sadal Sud for a report. Someone told me to give this to you.
a letter for me?
There's something I need to talk to you about. I'll be waiting for you in Sebelrai village.
Larikush? The doc, back in Sebelrai. Could he really have been working for the Empire with Gramps? Something to talk to me about? What could it be?
Huh? What is it?
Nothing. Thanks, Ketrin.
No problem.
Will you do me a favor? I need to go to Sebelrai to see Larikush. If he really did work with Gramps, he probably wants to tell me something about those days. This is a personal issue, so I don't plan on getting Shella and the others involved. Are you with me?
Are you sure you're not just concealing information from everyone again? I mean, I think we should just... Why don't we... Okay, Callus, there's nothing I can actually do. I have no corporeal form. There's nothing I can do, is there? You're going to go on your own, aren't you?
I knew you'd say that. Thanks. Let's go.
Are we going to take the White Dragon, then? Better not go talk to anyone.
Hey, kid. Where do you think you're going?
You're going to see Dr. Larikush, aren't you? We'll go with you.
But this has nothing to do with you. It must be about Gramps.
Precisely. I'm curious as to what the famed engineer Dr. Georg was working on for the Empire.
You could get in bad trouble. The great Mizuti should watch over you.
It's really none of my business what you've got to do, but going at it alone is out of the question.
I don't know what to say.
Say let's go.
Plus, how could he get anywhere with a dragon? Come on, that is so much cooler than the Mindir. Let's ride the White Dragon. Let's ride. Is this your shit? A true beauty, she, it is. Yeah, it's a bit of a beast. Oh, nice. We haven't been able to find those for ages.
I'm sure this is private business. We'll be waiting out here.
Thanks. It shouldn't take long.
Ah, you've come. Welcome. I've been waiting for you, Callus. Things must have been pretty awful for you, but I'm glad to see you're in good health.
Thanks, Doc. Long time no see. I got your letter, so you have something to tell me? Were you really working with Gramps and for the Empire?
Now then, where should I start? from the very beginning, I suppose, with the experiment we were working on. It's been almost 20 years since... I hear you've been to the Empire, so you probably heard about us. Georg and I were born in a small desert village. We were recruited by the Empire around 20 years ago and began working on military research. Under Emperor Geldeblame's orders, we were supposed to design new weaponry, battleships, and iron beetles. But there was also another project we were assigned to, one that was kept strictly confidential. We were attempting to solve the secret of the Magnus. What you know today as the Magna Essence is a technology originally established ages ago by the warlocks of old. It consists of encoding and storing the essence of matter, and decoding it later on to restore the material to its original form. Yet, it was said to be impossible to encode a living creature into a Magnus. Since quite some time ago, this type of research has been strictly prohibited. Creatures casted into a Magnus would end up distorted and defective when later invoked. But Georg had succeeded. He was a true genius. At first, we planned to make use of the power sealed deep within the lava caves. It turned out to be one of the sealed End Magnus. Giacomo, Amy, and Falon were the results of those initial experiments.
I don't understand. So they're half Magnus?
That's why all three have extraordinary powers.
So Giacomo and his goons had gotten some power from the End Magnus.
That's right. But with the End Magnus sealed away, that was the best we could do. So we took it to another level. You know what I'm talking about? Can't you remember? This is about you and your brother, Fee. Callus. Georg created you, artificially.
God. So you have no soul and I don't exist. This is perfect, Callus.
Over the years, we conducted numerous experiments under close watch of the Empire. But even Georg couldn't succeed in encoding a living creature. Something very important, not found as a mere object, would be lost when a creature was encoded, and would be missing when the creature was reconstructed. It was then that Georg altered his approach yet again. Instead of encoding extracted Magna Essence, he began working on modifying an existing, working Magnus to create a living creature. Georg seemed totally engrossed in his work back then. He chose a base material and spent months modifying and improving it, slowly altering the Magnus properties. His experiment was successful. Several months later, a new life was created. You were the result, Callus.
That's impossible!
I know this is difficult to believe, but you'll understand someday. Born from a Magnus, you were, how should I put it, excessively human. You had too many of the flaws present in human beings, and you were born with just one wing. Gelderblame was unsatisfied with the results of that experiment. What he wanted was a pure, perfect life form. His intention was to study the Magnus of such a life form and to unlock the secret of eternal life.
So basically using Magnuses to create Horcruxes.
He would call this hypothetical life form the Divine Child.
The Divine Child?
Since around that time, Gelderblame became obsessed with overcoming the limitations of human beings. Georg furthered his studies based on your Magnus, making improvements until several years later, another life was born. A child born of a true, living Magnus.
So you're trying to tell me that Fee, he was created too? But Codell, one of the witches, said she didn't feel any Magnus within me.
Your Magnus is quite different from those found in this world. Georg had drastically modified the original Magnus. Suppose you brought in a creature with blue blood instead of red and asked someone to study its blood. Many would shake their heads and say, it's not possible, as the creature has no blood at all. When people think of blood, they picture a red liquid. A blue liquid would not fit the description. They would need someone to point out to them that it's simply a matter of the creature's blood being blue. Until then, they would picture the creature as being bloodless, even if the blood was right there in front of their eyes. A similar thing could be said about your Magnus.
I think I get what you're trying to say.
Back to the subject. After Fee was born, Georg was a man redeemed. The time he spent with you and Fee may have stirred something within him that had been dormant for a long time. Or maybe there was something about Fee that brought about these changes in him. Eventually, 12 years ago, we decided to escape from the Empire.
Tell me, Larikush, what on earth have we done? We succeeded in creating life from a Magnus. But for what purpose? Is it worth anything at all? Or did we merely open a door leading to further sorrow and despair?
Georg, we have other things to think about right now. We need to make a decision. After all, we're their parents. It's our responsibility to do the right thing and protect them.
Right. You're absolutely right.
What do you want to do? Follow Gelderblame's orders and continue your research?
No, we must put an end to this. Callus and Fee can no longer be victims of his vile ambitions.
I understand. There's only one thing we can do then.
Yes. Let's destroy this lab with explosives so that no records or samples can be recovered. Nothing shall remain.
We'll feign our deaths in the explosion and leave the Empire in secret. We should head for Mira.
That island is close to the dimensional boundary and periodically shifts between dimensions. Even if they find out we set up the explosion, being in Mira should buy us some time. The four of us will live in peace. You, I, Callus, and Fee.
Shh! Someone's coming!
I came to confirm tomorrow's schedule for the holomaton experiments. How is your analysis of its Magnus coming along?
No problems. It's going exactly as planned.
We need to account for fluctuations related to his growth patterns. We need more time, to be sure. I've told you this repeatedly.
So you need more time. How much? 5 more years? 10? At your current rate, it may well take forever. We need results, not excuses. The Emperor's patience has its limits. Also, you have orders to dispose of the defective sample tomorrow. It's no longer of any use to us. No need to keep it alive.
Oh, Giacomo, how could you?
Georg! Don't! Giacomo, let me ask you. This experiment we're working on, the Emperor's plans, don't they bother you at all?
You, of all people, should know better. I'm not like you or my father. Thanks to your experiments, I now wield a power no mundane human could ever hope for. Besides, you started all this in the first place. Now is not the time for regrets. You will continue the experiment. I will see to that, I assure you. I myself can hardly wait. What this project will show us, where it will lead us. There's so much to look forward to. Emperor, the laboratory is in flames!
Everything went as planned. We managed to reach Mira under the guise of travelers. Maybe it was from the shock of the explosion. When you awoke, after escaping from the Empire, you'd lost memory of everything that had happened until then. Fee was only 3 years old, so he didn't seem to remember much either. Soon after, I left Mira and came to live here. I don't know exactly what happened to you in Mira 2 years ago. Georg and I had lived separate lives. Imagine how surprised I was when seeing you brought to this village.
Giacomo died in the Imperial capital.
Is that so?
So, I was born of a Magnus. Georg created me? I can't believe that.
I'm not surprised. Take your time, boy. Let it sink in. Either way, you are yourself. That's what counts. How you were born is unimportant. It's the same for anybody. We don't choose to be born. We simply realize one day that we're here, that we exist. I have something for you. Georg asked me to give it to you, should you need it one day. This must be the time.
Gramps left me something?
Yes, way back then, when we had settled down in Mira. Georg told me he intended to leave something for you. I don't know what it is, but you'll find it in a cabin up in the Celestial Alps.
The Celestial Alps?
Yes, there's a cabin near the mountaintop. Georg and I built it after we left the Empire.
A cabin in the Alps. He stashed it there, huh?
Yes. I suggest you go there and look for it.
Wow, Callus, we are a pair. I don't even know if I exist, and you shouldn't exist. And on that bombshell, thank you for watching. Come back for the next episode of Baten Kaitos.